Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of the second Reproduction. So, let's jump right back in. Demons? Kind? Ha! Don't make me laugh, is what I normally say, but that'd be inappropriate considering the situation. Not to mention, denying it wouldn't explain why Kiria's escorting us to Gardis, despite knowing our true intentions. For the first time since I got here, I began to notice a gap in the logic I'd been brought up with. Anyway, we're here now. I'll be taking my leave. She gave a polite bow and left. As I watched her leave, I found myself lost for words. She almost seemed human. Lizette's murmur only increased the weight on my chest, or in my chest. Weren't demons a savage race who did nothing but fight and indulge themselves? I'd been taught that since birth, but just a brief conversation with Kiria was enough to tell me that reality did not adhere to my textbooks. If so, then... No, she's probably just special. I guess. No, I can't admit it. I suppressed the thought back into the bottom of my heart and placed my hand against the door. Ah! These people! You're late, oh champion who has inherited the nostalgic title. Gardis spreads his arms out dramatically. On both sides of the red carpet, between us and the Demon Lord, stood two lines of strong men. So, he was planning on making a show of us, or out of us? I bit my lower lip and glared at Gardis, the demon who was sitting nonchalantly upon his throne. My speed might just be enough to... I decided to take a gamble. At the very least, I wanted to reduce the number of soldiers they could use in the near future when the Alliance army struck. Much better than dying like a sitting duck. So I drew my sword. Everyone, this is an order. I forbid all of you from harming this champion. She is my guest, he declared with a clear voice and a regal attitude to the crowd. What? Yes, my lord. All right, you may leave. Please excuse us. The men hesitated at first, but they soon all bowed their heads obediently to their lord. That display of loyalty reminded me of knights. No one objected to the idea of treating a human, a champion even, their own enemy, as a guest. What on earth are you planning? You let us live in your castle, treat us like guests. But doesn't this make your job easier, oh mighty champion? Give it a rest. Looking down on us is just... Huh. So, you'd rather my loyal retainers chopped you into little pieces. I didn't know champions were such masochists. But I tried to... Yes, I know. I'm not stupid enough to forget that. Then why? Didn't I tell you? You're my new favorite toy, and I can't break you yet. I want to play with you some more. A demon lord who sacrifices his life for a toy, huh? How laughable. Don't worry. I'm an adult who knows how to play with his toys. I'm not a child like you. You bastard! You'd better stop! You cretin! How dare you disrespect the princess? Yes, her femininity. Okay, I can't say that word right now. I think I said it right the first time though. Her femininity is below 0, but she's already 18 years old. Lizette, do you want me to stab you first? You've barely lived 18 years and you think you're the best thing to have ever graced this earth. Ridiculous. Living longer doesn't make you any better. Well, that's true too. Huh? I was expecting a snarky reply, but instead, Gardis just closed his eyes and looked unusually gloomy. It wasn't the kind of expression you would expect from a demon lord. I couldn't help but stare. Gardis was startled for a brief moment, suddenly noticing my gaze, but then he waved his hand, implying that he was just fooling around. He opened his mouth to speak, but... Lord Gardis! What is it? A pale demon suddenly ran into the room. He was sweating heavily and his clothes looked dirty and disheveled. It looked like he had something extremely important to tell Gardis. Tragedy has befallen the west borders yet again, your highness, by fault of the champions. Lord Raville? Lord Raville has rushed to the scene and things have settled down for the moment. But if this continues, we may have to bring the villagers to the capital. I see. I'll leave it to you then. I will see the villages for myself later. Yes, my lord. After accepting his orders, the man gave a courteous bow. And as he left, I caught a glimpse of his determined expression. He seemed totally different to the pale man he was just a few moments ago. Both he and the retainers seemed to hold a lot of trust in the demon Lord Gardis. Didn't he say that things were settling down? Why are you still going? I only believe things when I see them for myself. Well, I'm going simply to remind myself how ruthless you humans can be. Maybe if you saw the scene for yourselves, you could understand which side is in the wrong. You're saying a despicable demon like you is a man of justice? Don't make me laugh! So those who violate our women and slaughter our children are in the right. Truly a noble idea you have there. Champions may take the lives of demons, but we would never rape or slaughter the innocent. We're not that cruel. Huh, so taking lives isn't a problem. The very existence of your race is sinful. We champions exist to carry out the will of God and pass his judgment on to you. But just as I finished, my body seized up in terror. Gardis' replies had been sarcastic and playful before, but now his expression froze me to the core. It felt like the air itself would freeze over as he narrowed his dust-colored eyes. He didn't say a word. He didn't even snarl. He just glared at me. I could feel the full force of his anger. It was absolutely terrifying, 10 times worse than a roar of fury. A cold sweat trickled down my body, and my breathing became difficult. I didn't mean to infuriate him, but I had to stay true to my religious teachings. I couldn't just back down. So I gathered the strength I had left and shot a fiery glance right back at him. To my surprise, it was Gardis himself who broke the silence. He sounded laid back, as though the terrifyingly intense atmosphere and his enraged eyes had all been a joke. Oh, well, if you hate demons that much... The moment I saw him disappear, something slammed my body against the wall. My thoughts crumbled and my arms refused to move, and I heard his frighteningly flirtatious voice whisper into my ear. Then how about having the Demon Lord's child? You might think differently if you're a mother. Something was squeezing my wrists, and the pain brought me to my senses. Gardis was the one pinning my arms to the wall. I couldn't even struggle because he'd slid his thigh between my legs, his whole body pressing against me. We were so close together I could feel his heartbeat against mine. Princess! I could see Lizette rushing towards us, his hand moving over his sword hilt. But before he could even clasp it, his hand suddenly flopped to his side. Dogs like you should shut up and watch. Lizette! Lizette fell to the floor, his hands tugging at the ring around his neck. His forehead glistened with sweat and his limbs jerked and convulsed. You bastard! What have you done to Lizette? Oh, nothing. I'm just sucking out some of his life energy. He'll be in agonizing pain, but that's all. Stop it! This is between you and me! Leave Lizette out of this! Huh. So I can do whatever I want to you. He grabbed my breasts through my clothes, making my breath lodge in my throat. That forceful grope felt more like an attempt to crush my heart than a caress out of lust. Without hesitating, his wet tongue slipped through my lips and towards my throat, violating my body as I trembled from the shame and fear. You're right. Your body definitely doesn't seem like a child's. Let go of me! I wonder if violating you continuously for 3 days and 3 nights will cure that cheeky mouth of yours. Even if you taint my body, my soul will never be contaminated by a demon. Huh. Bark away while you still can. I can't wait to see how corrupt a champion like you can become. Come on, let that dog hear it too. A sudden sharp slicing sound forced Gardis to leap to the side, letting me go and allowing me to tumble to the floor. Are you alright, princess? Lizette? Aren't you in pain? That's nothing to me. Lizette! You can stand up despite that. I must say, I wasn't expecting that. Oh well, this makes everything more interesting, doesn't it? You bastard! I think that's enough for today. How about we play some more tomorrow? Jet black wings uncurled from Gardis' back and began to flap, sending a strong gust of wind our way. Wait! I cried out to make him stop, but his wings drowned out my voice. With a daring smile on his face, Gardis disappeared into the sky. I'm sorry, Lizette. He got us again. We were utterly defeated. Who cares about that? Huh? When that man laid hands on you, it felt like my heart had stopped beating. So I'm so glad. So glad you're unharmed. If he ever takes away your purity, I'll tear him into pieces. I'll rip him up even if I have to make a deal with the devil. You're making too much of a big deal about it. It's just my virginity. It's not like I die or anything. I don't like it. No. I mean, as your number one knight, if I can't protect you from that, then I'm completely useless. I see. Yes, I suppose so. If that happened, you'd lose your reputation. I'm sorry I spoke too lightly of it. Well, not only that. Are you sure you want to stay by the side of a prince? Oh, whoops, that's not him. Well, not only that. Are you sure you want to stay by the side of a princess as useless as me? Of course. Serving you, my princess, is my only want in life. You have my deepest gratitude, Lizette. But still, I shouldn't have brought Lizette here. If he dies, I'll... When I saw Lizette lying in agony earlier, I felt like my heart had stopped too. Princess? Anyway, let's go back to our room and think up of a new plan. Yes. Will there really be a time when the Demon Lord lets his guard down? We began to discuss various strategies and give opinions on them as we walked back to our room. Well, the most obvious one would be when he's taking a bath. Rejected. Why? He'll be naked, you know. So, I've seen a naked man before. Huh? When? Where? Who was it? You idiot! You'd complain about how hot it was during training and take your clothes off, remember? Did I really do that? Yeah, I was really impressed by your toned body, so it stayed in my head. Thank you very much. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Considering his uncouth behavior from earlier, I think striking him when he's clothed is definitely a better option. I see. You two are far more interesting than I've heard. Who's there? Oh, it's somebody else. Okay. My sincere apologies. My name is Jin. I suppose you could call me Lord Gardis' assistant, or rather the one who deals with all the chores. He smiled cheerfully as he said that. I slowly stepped closer, glaring at him. You couldn't judge a book by its cover, especially in a kingdom full of demons. The man looked kind, but... By chores, you mean? They're not very interesting. I wouldn't worry about it. Why would a man too lazy to give a description of himself go out of his way to call out to me? When one speaks evasively, it usually means they have something to hide, don't they? I see. This must be why the Lord Gardis is so interested in you. You're quite the witty princess. If you came for a fight, then I'll take you on whenever. Oh, no. I'm just stating my honest opinion. I shortened my introduction somewhat because, well, I'd rather you didn't see me as a threat. And why would I? I am not worthy of it, but Lord Gardis has granted me the position of Prime Minister. Huh. So you're the kind of guy I need to watch my step around, huh? Oh, no. I'm no different to a normal servant, really. You can tell by just looking at me, can't you? Well, you've definitely proven yourself to be a man. Or a man I'll have to watch out for. You really are rather stubborn. He looked somewhat worried as he said that. Maybe he wasn't as bad as I thought. I slowly relaxed as we talked, letting his light-hearted disposition coax me out of my shell. Before I knew it, we'd been talking for quite some time. What a mysterious man. He didn't seem evil, nor did it feel like he wanted to fight me, so I sighed and dropped my guard a little. So, what does the great Prime Minister want? Please, just call me Jin. As for what I want, I just wanted to say hello. Is that a problem? Will you leave me alone if I say yes? Not at all. I'd simply inquire through letters instead. It was hard to describe, but he felt very mysterious. Probably because I was subconsciously comparing him to that high-handed demon lord. Anyway, I do apologize for stopping you. I'll look forward to seeing you again, though we're sure to bump into each other from tomorrow onwards. What if I say I'll cut you up? That's rather terrifying. I'll tremble in fear as I wait. Yeah, right. There's no way he'll do that. Well now, I shall take my leave. Please, just relax and make yourself at home. What a weird demon. Yeah. I can't read him at all. It's so sad. I heard the owner of the grocery shop passed away during the Lunaria festival the other day. Lunaria festival? It's terrible, isn't it? I can't believe those horrid champions would attack a place like that. I know, it's awful. That festival was a marital arts competition, so no one expected them to go after a place full of strong men. So, tomorrow's a day off in the Demon Kingdom, huh? I should go to sleep. Holiday night. Ruh-roh. Okay, what should I do tonight? Well, I mean, we only have one option, so go out? Ah. Oh, there's something going on at the brothel? I suppose. Let's go. This was a golden chance for us to learn more about the enemy. There was no way I was going to let it go to waste. With that in mind, we began to comb our way through the capital, but this place is... While Lizette and I were investigating, a weird yet somewhat glamorous building had caught my eye. But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!